Good afternoon. Today I'm outside Fulwell mill in Sunderland. Like, come follow me, we'll have a look inside the mill today. Limestone came from the nearby Fulwell quarry. So if I just make my way here to the main entrance, I believe you get the free tour on a Thursday. Right on Newcastle Road, are you? There you go, there's a different view. Come follow me, we'll have a look inside today. The entrance floor is where horses and carts would have backed up to unload grain from the local farms and corn merchants. Being the largest of the floors, grain would have been stored here, where it would be lifted up to the top floor by the sock hoist. So the finished product, ground flour, would arrive through the chutes to be weighed, bagged and sent out. So on the left hand side, got some mini windmills. Wheat into flour, samples for the milling process. These samples are taken from various stages of the flour milling process in a modern mill. After thorough cleaning to remove dirt and impurities, wheat grains are passed through a succession of rollers and sieves. Here you've got a Bamford number 7 corn grinder, built in 1897. Do a little close up of the grinding stones. So you've got reflection. Here you've got an old pair of scales, wheelbarrow, grinding stones and wheels. That's the main grinding wheel, obviously not in use now. The first floor is known as the miller's floor. This originally contained machinery to clean the corn if it was going to be used for bread making, as well as the flour dresser or bolter. Soon you will see an alcove where the miller would repair his tools and carry out general maintenance of the mill and its machinery. Here's the repair and maintenance alcove. So on the second floor of the machinery floor, you might see the great spare wheel, which drives the auxiliary machine as well as the grindstones. Only one set of stones remain in operation today. It was from this floor that the miller controlled most of his work, setting the stones and checking the grading of the flour.
So when the socks come up, you get it onto the shelf and drag it around into the hoppers.
Right.
There's one hopper there, and you can see the hole in the floor where the other hopper would go around there. If you want to come around here, and see the workings above. Now the sails always have to point into the wind. Now the wind's usually from the southwest, which it is today.
Right.
But all of that woodwork actually rotates on top of the tower,
Right.
depending on the wind direction.
Yeah.
So that
Wow.
big cog there, that is really vertical, is the brake wheel.
Right.
And not around that is the brake, like a car.
Yeah.
And there's a lever, which you can't really see from here, but it's operated by the rope. Oh, you can see the rope through the window there.
Okay.
That operates
Oh, yeah.
the brake lever.
Right.
Put the brake on down. So you release it and it tightens the brake round.
So here's where the bags would be lifted, and the bags would be basically chucked over, put into the hopper on the right hand side. Okay, so here you've got a hopper, so the grain would obviously go on the hopper, fall down into the shoe. If that belt was up here, it'd mean that the hopper was full. It would go down like that once the hopper's been emptied. Here above you can see the third floor, known as the stone floor. You can see the vat or tun covering the working set of stones. The grain comes down from the floor above via the hopper into the shoe, which is gently vibrating to send the grain into the centre or eye the grindstones. The bottom or bedstone is stationary and the top runner stone revolves. The corners ground between the stones and swept by a paddle down a chute to this floor, the machinery floor. Now we're on the fourth floor, the bin floor. This floor once had small corn bins holding grain that was fed down to the stones below. The miller had to keep various types of corn separate before transferring them to one of the hoppers. Okay, I'm going to have a look through this hatch. Wow, look at the view, you can see it for miles. So you can see the sea. On the left hand side you'll have Seaburn, and at the left of that you'll have Whitburn, then Cleydon. Below you can see the traffic on Newcastle Road.